Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Spirit Speaks. Thank you for joining us. And we are back with an interview. We interview souls, spirits from the other side of life. And so we are going to bring you another person from the waiting room today. Before we get started, we're going to open with prayer. And then we're going to get into the interview. Okay, so stick with us. We call in the divine light of Source Creator to set this time and space with love, light, and good intent. So we open this sacred space for truth. May all that comes through be of the highest good. And we say, so it is. Okay. All right. Well, welcome. So who do we have with us?
Debshar.
Debshar. Debshar.
Debshar.
Debshar. Well, thank you for joining us. So, Debshar, can you tell us what has brought you to the waiting room, aside from just crossing over and death?
My capacity to love others and myself.
So, do I understand that you are having to learn how to love yourself and love others?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So, when you came into the earth realm to live, was that one of your life lessons?
It was the primary one, yes.
So was that because of an event or a prior life that you needed to come back to learn love in the last incarnation?
Yes, to an extent that is correct. However, it is not as you might understand it. This current incarnation was here on earth. You will have feelings and emotions here that in other systems we don't utilize as much. And so I am learning to be more compassionate and to allow myself to get outside of my head and into my heart.
Okay. So does that mean that before coming to the earth that you were in another um, system?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Um, and in that system, you did not have the love factor interactions? Or?
Not as you do here. We, on earth, people are very emotional, not very practical.
Okay.
There's a lot of weight put on to feelings and not as much weight put on to facts and practical application of life to solve problems. And I understand the purpose of love. I do. And it is something I am continuing to work to feel more. Not that I must become some lovey-dovey person.
Mm-hmm.
However, if I can take that lesson of being more emotionally connected with others, it will allow us to thrive more where I come from, because we are losing some of that connection.
Okay, so your purpose for learning love is to go back to where you are originally from, to take the lessons that you've learned and the essence of the love that you are learning back to
To take it back home.
your home.
Yes.
Okay, so when you were on the earth, what happened that you were not able to learn the love, or what
I
was the
learned
problem?
some. It is hard to exist here without having love and emotions change you in some way. But at my core, I am not human, so
Mm-hmm.
it is not my natural programming, so to speak. I came in, and I suppose the plan was for me to be a normal human. However, as I've been explained to me here, that my own innate nature somewhat overran or overwrote
Mm-hmm.
the human
Okay.
part, and I was a bit autistic, is what you would describe it as, on that spectrum. And so it was difficult for me to engage in that human level of emotion. And despite my best efforts, it was a little difficult. However, I am learning, and what I have learned is retained within me,
Okay.
even if I don't express it in the way that humans typically would.
Okay. So, will you have to come back here to learn more, or are you learning what you need to learn in the waiting room so you can go back home?
My plan is to return another time to Earth, because that is a practice grounds. If you can do it there,
Mm-hmm.
then if I can do it there, I can do it back home. I can apply the lessons that I'm learning here
Mm-hmm.
on Earth
Okay.
and really have them ingrained. What I learned on Earth the first time is in me,
Mm-hmm.
but I must become better if I want to take it home and make a difference.
I understand. Okay. So let me make sure let me understand this. When you came in the first time, before getting to the waiting room, you were you came in as an autistic being, autistic human.
I came to Earth as an autistic being,
Okay.
and that is how I left Earth.
Okay. So do you think, because it is very hard, I I think for autistic humans to interact with the rest of us and e- experience the love in the same way we do. Do you plan to come back as an autistic being again?
I hope that the lessons I have learned here and the practice I'm learning here will allow that to override my more natural state of being. I didn't plan to come as an autistic person, but
Was it easier to come as an
I
autistic
wasn't
person?
born autistic in this life.
Oh, you were not.
No, but my natural self overrode my human self.
Oh.
By nature, I would resonate more with what you would call the autistic person
Mm-hmm.
by my own nature.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. I was just wondering if there were others that
And I had to
came in
come
as you
back
were.
and
Okay.
I have to do it again and try to not allow that to happen and try to engage as much as I possibly can so that I can take that back.
I see. I see. Okay.
Are we complete?
I think we are complete. I can't think of any other questions that I would
Thank
have for
you.
you. But thank you for coming and sharing.
Thank you.
All right. And I'll let you step back.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
I learned something. I would have asked more, but he may not have been one to ask the question of. Because now I'm wondering, for many children who come here. If he came here for that purpose, and his natural tendencies, which are more inclined to appear autistic, overrode
Mm-hmm.
the human side of him, then how many others are
Yeah,
there?
I like that. When he was talking, that thought passed my head. Oh,
How many others?
so many others.
And so we're here trying to cure autistic people, and some of them are, we don't know who is and who isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it just kind of
Yeah.
mind blowing for me, because I would not have considered that.
It was interesting, and it was interesting when he came in. It's like he was uncomfortable being so close to me, like
Mm-hmm.
like he was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So
and that's how autistic people
yeah,
tend to be.
which is why I think he's afraid.
Yes, he was ready to go.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
well, if you don't have any other comments, I guess we are done.
yes.
We are done.
A nice short one for you.
Yes. Hope you stuck with us.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to close this session and say, may the divine light and love be with Debshar on his journey, and may this divine love and light of Source Creator follow him always. Let it be so. Amen.
Amen.
Wow.